Today is a sad day for Titans and Doom Patrol fans. I mean, we feared this day would come and we kind of assumed that it would be happening and this would be the case, but now the Hollywood Reporter has confirmed that both Titans and Doom Patrol will conclude their series with season 4 on HBO Max. And I did a video the other day after Diane Guerrero kind of basically confirmed / teased that Doom Patrol is ending. It's like a 9-10 minute video just about Doom Patrol ending and how I'm upset about it. But at the same time, like, maybe it's a good thing and like why it's happening and all that stuff. So of course, check out that video if you haven't already, because that'll be way more in depth than this. Well, this is just basically breaking the news to you guys. But yeah, so this is happening. Let's talk about them individually though. So Titans season 4, of course, premiered back in November. It concluded part 1 at the beginning of December, and now we're waiting on part 2 to come. I think the rumor is it's going to come back in either April or May. So I'm definitely excited for that, because Titans is it's a complicated show to talk about, because from the beginning, you know, especially compared to Doom Patrol, this is the show that everybody has hated, because growing up, I always loved the characters of the Teen Titans. So to get a live action Teen Titans show, that was something I was really excited about. But then you enter season 1 and you got Batman and like this dark, gritty version of the Teen Titans that aren't even teenagers. I just was never a fan of that. I mean, I grew to like it over the years as this adaptation of the characters and of the team. But as I talked about in the video that I actually posted earlier today, talking about my hopes and wishes for James Gunn's DCU, I want to see a Teen Titans much more closer to the early 2000s cartoon. And I'll talk about that more a little bit later as well. But that's just not what this show is. And over the years, they've adapted to become a more bigger, brighter, superhero-esque show. I mean, season 4 has actually been great so far. Season 3 was pretty good until it got towards the end. But season 4 has actually been pretty awesome. And I do think that the showrunners knew, or at least had a feeling, that this was possibly going to be the final seasons of these shows. So especially for Titans, you can kind of see that they're doing a lot of last minute things that they've probably always wanted to do and maybe have been building up to for a while, but now are finally doing it because it's their last chance. Like, you know, Beast Boy actually turning into more than 2 animals. And, I mean, in that part 1 finale, he turned into a gorilla, which is like his main animal from the comics. So I absolutely love seeing that. Obviously, you have Nightwing and Starfire and Superboy kind of always being good and classic like they are. Beast Boy got a new suit this season as well. Superboy actually got to do the Connor Luther or whatever it's called, storyline in this season as well. So that was cool to see. Raven, we got to see her power up with the White Raven suit. We got Brother Blood. We got Mother Mayhem. It's a great season so far. I've been really enjoying it quite a bit. And I'm actually really excited to see it come back for part 2. But definitely, you know, the 2 shows, this is the one that I'm less sad about. Now, Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol. Man. Like I said, I did the much more in-depth video the other day about this and my concerns about this, but just kind of a quick summary of it is that I went into Doom Patrol barely knowing anything about these characters, not really caring about these characters, but throughout these 4 seasons, I just fell in love with these characters and this show, because what this show does so well is character development. Every season, every episode, every single character has some sort of self-struggle that they need to get through in that season. And it's just beautiful seeing these characters go on these journeys. This show is great for representation, for dealing with tough subject matters, and then at the same time, it is, you know, definitely less of a superhero show, but you do still have that element with all the sci-fi superhero stuff going on as well. And it's just been a highlight of the DC universe. Personally, I think is my favorite live action DC series I've seen. It's just so good. It's so wacky. It's so weird, but in a good way. And of course, you know, again, as I talked about in that video as well, James Gunn and Peter Safran just took over DC Studios, and since David Zaslav took over Warner Bros. Discovery, he's been obviously canceling a lot of projects. We saw it happen to Batgirl, Stargirl got canceled, The Flash is coming to an end. Like, all these DC shows are ending. I'm assuming the same is going to be for Superman and Lois at some point, but that's another reason where, you know, the nail was really in the coffin for these two shows when that started happening, because it was basically the end, because now we're going to reboot everything with one cohesive continuity DC cinematic universe under the leadership of James Gunn. So even though this is sad, it does give me hope for possibly the ability to see these characters rebooted versions, possibly better versions, although I doubt it for Doom Patrol, in the DCU. Specifically when it comes to Teen Titans, because again, as I talked about in that video earlier today, which I highly recommend you check out, it's actually a 2-part video. I talked about how I want James Gunn to do a live action Teen Titans series for HBO Max, but this time, instead of doing the dark and gritty, we do the lighthearted comedic version of Teen Titans from that early 2000s Teen Titan cartoon. That's what I grew up with. That's what made me fall in love with these characters. There's just so much potential there, and it's just so sad to see what they did on Titans, especially in the start. And now you can see they're trying to recover from it, but I want a PG-13 Teen Titans show. I have no problem with R-rated, mature shows and content and all that stuff. Peacemaker is probably my second favorite DC show after Doom Patrol. And again, Doom Patrol, also a very, very mature show, but it works for that. Titans, I just don't think works with this maturity level. I mean, they tried to make it work with Titans, but it's just weird seeing Robin and Starfire and Raven saying the F word. Like, it's just weird. It's just really, really weird. So I would love, love, love to see an actual live-action Teen Titans, especially a part of the DCU. Again, if you check out the video, I also talked about a Batman project doing the Bat Family. That would be a great way to tie in Dick Grayson and Robin and Nightwing, whatever you want to do there. I mean, check out this logo. This would be a beautiful logo to use. It's right here. Max Original, Teen Titans, HBO Max series. It's a great idea. Now, as for the Doom Patrol, though, I'm less sure about them. I mean, Cyborg specifically, I think would be a great thing to do, because obviously Cyborg, we're going to want him in the DC Cinematic Universe, but having another version of him going on at Doom Patrol at the same time would confuse the general audience. But honestly, Cyborg in this show was way better than Ray Fisher's Cyborg. And that's not necessarily because of the acting. I mean, both of them, both Ray Fisher and Jovan Wade, amazing actors. I love them both as Cyborg, but just, we got to spend more time with Cyborg. His story was more developed. So hopefully we can get a better Cyborg in the DC Cinematic Universe, more along the lines of Jovan Wade's Cyborg from Doom Patrol. And that's one of the big reasons I can see why Doom Patrol has been canceled, because honestly, the Doom Patrol themselves, as much as I love these characters, especially after the show, I don't see us getting a reboot for the DC Cinematic Universe. And I honestly don't know if I want one, because first of all, I don't think it will happen, just because in general, I don't really know how we would tie into the bigger picture. And these still aren't like big, super popular characters that the general audience knows about. Most people probably don't go on HBO Max and don't even know this is a DC show. So I kind of doubt it for that reason, but also the fact that this Doom Patrol HBO Max series originally started as a DC Universe series. It's something special. So to just reboot it, especially with new actors and doing all that stuff, it would just make this less special. So honestly, keep it. Just keep it the way it is. The 4 seasons of Doom Patrol. Leave these characters alone. Maybe reboot it in like 10 years, but especially not anytime soon in the early chapters or phases of this DC Cinematic Universe. I just don't think it would be worth it, and that there would really be a point to even doing that at all. But yeah, guys, so the axe has fallen, and Teen Titans, I wish Teen Titans, but Titans and Doom Patrol are going to end with season 4. Again, part 2 of both these seasons will premiere at some point in 2023. I'm so excited to see both of them. I love these shows, Doom Patrol way more, but season 4 has been great for both of them. So I'm excited to see how they come to an end. And again, I feel like the showrunners kind of had a feeling this would be it. That's why I feel like these shows will come to at least a nice-ish end, where it won't be like a fully planned series finale, but it'll end in a way where you can kind of just assume that they go off and do their other adventures and all this stuff. Kind of like what happened to Stargirl. That's why the final episodes of these seasons are called Doom Patrol and Titans Forever. So, I mean, the episode titles were kind of self-explanatory. But, yeah. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this news that this time it's official. Doom Patrol and Titans will not return for Season 5 on HBO Max. Season 4 is it. And do you want to see these characters get rebooted in the DC Cinematic Universe under the leadership of James Gunn? Let me know in the comments below. So thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything goes on in the DC life.